Let's see. There we go. Finally. See, do I have 1080p? I do have 1080p. Alright, we lit. Let me post this up. X.com. Okay, finally, my stream is a little high quality. Let's go, let's go. Yo, what's good, Ragging the Black? I'm still not sure if I'm butchering your name. Let me know if I got your name right, to be honest. But good morning, good morning, good morning. Or I guess it's morning to me, but good morning, good morning. Ah, your voice is so soft. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Just call me Rag. Alright, got you, got you. What's good, Aaron? What's good? Welcome, welcome. I think it's just my morning voice, just how it be. You know? I'm gonna wait. Oh, like too quiet. Or is it better now? I just moved a little closer. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. I need that feedback. Clutch, clutch. I'll wait a couple minutes, and then I'll go over. I'll go over what I'm thinking for today, and just a heads up: I have not joined Ethan's private narrative call, so I do not know what he's thinking necessarily. But take whatever information from each as you will. But I recommend creating your own narrative as well, and piecing something together. And hopefully it aligns. It should align, but sometimes it doesn't. So give it a sec. I think MNQ on a hit, previous week high. I don't like how ES and YM are moving right now. Let's see. Are you looking at MNQ? I don't do my analysis on MNQ, so let's hop on this bad boy. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's already kind of hit, right? It's hit the body. Oh, yeah, yeah, gotcha, gotcha. Got you right. I mean, it already hit the body, but I'm not sure if it's not done the market maker buy. So that is kind of what I'm going to mention as well in a bit. Yo, Jake. Pulling up. Wait, is the narrative call still on? I'm going to call you out if it is. Okay, cool. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Can't skip class, you know, Jake. No skipping class. Can't wait a bit. Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick rundown. People can watch back if they want. So I am leaning higher time frame still bullish, similar to yesterday. I would like to wait until 9:30 to get clear direction. There is 2 p.m. news today, so keep that in mind with FOMC meeting minutes. Recently, it hasn't been too crazy, but that is something to always keep in mind. You could potentially set up for a PM trade or just a time to keep your hands off. But I'm looking for the market maker buy on the higher time frame. And it's also hard to target anything if it were to go lower. Like there's a lot of like you'd have to go against a lot of gaps, like bigger gaps. So that's why I'm looking more bullish on the higher time frame. I could see a sweep lower first on intraday level. I can see it being a little more bearish, just for today. But then on the higher time frame, like within the week, I'm looking more bullish. So just wait for 9:30 to play out. Same plan as always. Or not as always, but more recently with this week and how it's been, how prices have been moving. So yeah, so I'm gonna look at some key levels. If it digs lower, it creates a 90-minute cycle SMT at the lows, which it kind of has right now. With a change in state, then I'll look for a trade. If it goes below 6 Asia and creates another setup respecting previously made order blocks, then I'll look for a long as well. So that is the plan for today. I'm gonna follow the plan. If I'm completely wrong, then I'm completely wrong. But that is what the charts are telling me right now. So I'm just gonna stick to it and just wait. Yeah, and if I'm wrong, then I don't take anything and I don't lose anything, right? Capital preservation, right, guys? So no harm, no foul. Let's just wait it out. Let's see what we get. We need to get a sweep for us to do anything at all. Yeah, exactly right. That's generally what I'm looking for. The thing is that the hard part is determining how big the sweep will be, right? So like, if this 5-minute SMT is enough to boost price above, right? But we just need more confirmation, either like maybe a 1-minute SMT or change in state, higher time frame or lower time frame change in state, seeing what's respecting, then we can get in on it. So right now we just gotta wait. Not much to do, guys, but 4 minutes until equity's open. Let's see what it does. Yo, what's good?
What's good?
Morning.
Good morning.
Do. Also, guys, Ethan's live as well, so feel free to check it out. But our voices will be on both.
I'm pretty sure everyone's just in both of our streams. Like, if they're in your stream, they're probably in my stream.
Yeah, probably. Also, thanks for... I didn't really mention it because I don't really have my notifications on. But thanks for the new subs, guys. It's actually crazy. I went from 0 to, like, 40. Like, 40-something in, like...
Yes, sir.
In, like, a week. So thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys can find some sort of value out of this. And any feedback would be appreciated.
Sir.
Also, let me know if the quality's good. I turned up the quality quite a bit, so hopefully it's nice.
Me too. I did the same thing. Let me check your stream real quick.
Yeah, so it should be 1080p now, I hope.
Yeah, but it's I think it's about your bit rate.
Yeah, I had
so
6K.
You up your bit rate?
Yeah,
6K? Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better now. Like, significantly better.
I will bet.
Let me check my channel real quick.
It's slightly blurry.
It should also be a lot better.
Damn, bro, I was making calls while it was blurry. Dang. Whatever.
Mine is still, like, a little blurry, which kind of sucks, but... Oh, well. I'll fix it eventually. But what's your bias and narrative? I'll break it down in a second here. I am leaning bullish overall. Previous week high looks good.
Oh, lit, we're aligned. Cool.
Okay. I need to find your stream so I can read your chat.
If people are tuning in on my stream looking for my bias, well, first thing, it's also similar to Ethan, and he's about to go over his, so you can just listen to that, or you can go back into the stream.
Am I not subscribed to you?
Oh, that's crazy. I think you're subscribed on a different account, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm subscribed on a different account.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'll just break down my pre-market plan. Overall, I'm just looking for higher prices, to be honest. 90-minute chart wise, we did just take out external range liquidity high. However, because previous week high is so close, I just want to see what price does at equities open. If we can push up into previous week high, then I'll see what price wants to do for previous week high. Otherwise, I'm just going to be looking for that long setup if we get like a 5-minute or 15-minute, which we have a 5-minute SMT right now. So if we get a change day delivery, I'll probably take a stab here. So we got equities open now. See what it wants to do. My risk would be something around like 5 micros.
Let's see how this goes. If we get a 5-minute change of state, I'm in.
Yeah, same. Currently on my longest losing streak, I'm losing confidence on my entries and ability to find bias. Any tips on when you're consistently losing and having a bad month? Honestly, it really just comes like I've been through losing streaks and I
Okay, let me definitely real quick. Thank you, Kirshim. I hope the 1080p is nicer on the eyes. Smash the like button, subscribe. For real, smash the like button, guys. Okay. Let's see. Take out. So clarification we can get. We do have a 1-minute SMTs on the high, but I'm not sure if that's gonna hold. We'll have to see. That can very much not hold. So. But this 1-minute SMT could be a Judas swing for the sweep that we're looking for. So we'll see. Or we just go higher together. Let's see, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, my position would look something like this on the change of state candle. Probably to previous month high, something like that.
points. I'd probably do like 3 micros, 4 micros here. My losing streak changed after I learned about time frame alignments. Yes, but no at the same time. Like, it's very important to learn to trade the context of price, not patterns. At the same time, like, no matter what model you use, you're going to go through those losing streaks. Oh, also another very important thing, Aaron, is you want to identify, is your losing streak because of your mental, your psychology? Is it because of your risk management? Or is it because of your model specifically? Right? So you have that's why journaling is so important, because it allows you to identify, is it your risk management suffering right now? Is it your psychology suffering right now? Or is it your trading model that is suffering right now? Because if you're trading your model that's suffering right now, there's nothing to worry about at all. It's just the probabilities. It is what it is. But if it's your psychology, there's something you can do about that.
Let's wait for this closure.
Four micros. Actually, I'm gonna do 3 micros just to be safe here. I don't want it to like randomly pop and then slip me.
That would be seriously unfortunate.
See something like that, if it just slipped me. Okay, looks like I'm doing 2 micros. Alright, I'm in. 2 micros, stop loss at the chain state delivery low. Below this candle low, which is a change of state delivery. I'm going to be targeting previous week high, which is going to offer 1R, which is not a lot. So I'm going to watch how price develops. I'm not going to have a hard TP, but I'm going to see how price develops through previous week high. If it's able to displace through previous high, then I'll start trailing. Otherwise, I'll just be pretty much watching this. Like, there's nothing else. I'm in. I'm just going to watch this now. You still trade quarterly theory? Yes. I don't necessarily trade quarterly theory, but I do use time-based liquidity SMTs. So I guess in a way, yes. But for the most part, it's usually just, for me, it's ranges and SMT. But I guess like ranges could translate to market structure. I'll just say I trade market structure and SMT. So just see if Nasdaq is able to follow YM and ES here.
So I'll just explain my thoughts. I just want to def it real quick, so you guys don't get a headache. So 1 minute, I don't like how it's generating on the sell side. That's okay. It invalidated the 1 minute, which was creating kind of this chop in the first place, right? I would like to see all the markets to take out this previous 90-minute cycle high, this 5-minute sequential SMT high, right? YM has created it, so it is a little bit of a concern, so it might make it chop a little bit, but if they take it out together, move up together, that would be the cleanest. This is the most ideal, obviously. It could definitely just use this 5-minute SMT and, go lower, but I don't see that being higher probability. There is obviously anything is possible. The market can do whatever it wants to do, right? At the end of the day, but with not that much liquidity below, big gaps, and the market in a market maker buy, then I would like to see it go higher. So we'll just see. Take it step by step. Previous session high has been taken, so yeah, we just let it go. Whoa, yo, what's good? Stan, what's good? Hope you're doing all right. I hope you had a get some rest at night and wake up to some charts. YM seems to be going though. All right, I'm gonna undef it now. All right, cool.
There's gonna be a repeat of yesterday where YM and ES just send it, and Q's just gonna chop up. But yesterday, to be fair, like NQ just waited for ES and YM to catch up. Once it did, it just started pushing, but it was pretty choppy because all volatility was gone by that point.
Yeah, extremely choppy. See if we can push past these highs. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I just want to see what price does at previous week high. Like if it just drops like a rock, that'd be crazy.
There's so many highs though. There's so many wicks up here.
Yeah.
So ideally, I'd like to see it taken out, but it can do whatever it wants.
Actually, I'm gonna type this out so no one's confused what I'm doing. Trade 1 ongoing, open TP eyeing previous week high. There we go. I'm gonna see what price wants to do at previous week high. I personally don't really take, I don't take partials anymore. I used to, but I stopped because I realized like I rather just manage my full trade. Because if I got stopped at a trailing stop loss, it's gonna be the same as taking a partial and getting stopped out. You know what I'm saying? So I usually just let it run. And sometimes I've been practicing adding to my positions. Like yesterday, I added to my long, which turned my um turned a potential like a 3R trade into a 4R trade because I added.
Yo, I was actually so confused for a second. You know how top step we just
So
have.
this is previous Kai. Oh, sorry. Let's.
Oh yeah, yeah, just do your question.
So we've just tapped into previous week high. I want to see if price is able to displace through this level. I think I'm probably gonna go ahead and move to break even. And the reason why I'm moving to break even here is because we just tapped into this liquidity level, right? So if price is truly bullish, I'd want to see price really push through this level and then hold from it. Otherwise, I don't really want it to dance back down into this level. If it does do that, then potentially I can look for re-entry. But other than that, I'm just gonna do this to protect myself overall. Sorry, what are you gonna say, Elijah?
Oh, I said like you know how on top step we have just daily maximum loss limit. I forgot like it
Yep.
resets because like the end of the day. So I was like, wait, how did I lose money from the previous day? Yeah, that tripped me out. I
Yeah.
was like, am I on the right accounts? What is this? So I'm gonna take a slightly different approach than Ethan. I'm just gonna keep my. I'm not gonna put my stop at break even. I'm just gonna keep my stop where it is. If I take a loss, then I take a loss. But I think at this point where it's at this 4 hour high, it might need some space to accumulate, manipulate, and distribute. Right. So it might manipulate a bit lower than I'd like. So that's why I'd rather keep my stop where it is, or it makes sense for now, instead of just going break even, and then let it manipulate and then distribute higher, or it's just going to continue to distribute. So that is just how I want to approach it, just in case like I've had moments where I go break even and then the manipulation, like literally yesterday, PM session, right? Manipulate lower, it went lower than I thought it would, took me out, and then continued to go towards my target, right? So this I wouldn't like if you want to preserve capital, it's not a bad idea to go break even, but this is just what I'm gonna do, and you guys can just do whatever you guys have in your plan. So okay, cool.
Just stopped out in profit plus 74. Honestly, my wins aren't covering my losses. I think in that case, you just need to let your winners run, to be honest. Because you. Let's see. Because to be honest, like, I feel like there's no reason. Were you using the 1 minute chart? Is that why?
Oh, the 4 hour is actually about to close. I see.
Yeah, so if you're using the 1 minute, I suggest that you just go up to the 5 minute or 15 minute chart. It makes it a lot easier to manage your trades. 1 minute chart, usually you'll have scenarios like this where it's like, oh, I want to trail to this fair value gap, but it digs back into it. It just gives you a lot more false signals. On an intraday level, like 5 minute, 15 minute is gonna help you become more patient. It's gonna give you better confirmations, give you better um, ideas. But once again, it just comes down to like top-down analysis, right? If like right now, technically in my mind, I'm trading the 90-minute chart right now, the 6 hour chart right now. In my mind, I'm always thinking of that.
That's my position.
I'm just simply on the 5 minute chart, entering based on a refined entry. That makes sense. So right now it's like on the 90-minute chart, what can price do? Well, we just traded into previous week high. I'd like to see it push through it if it's truly bullish.
So this is my position right now, just to show you guys that it's not cap and I actually take trades. Yeah, this is just an eval though, TFD. Yeah, I just let it go. Risk 500. That's how I usually do, especially for this sizing of account. I definitely don't risk 500 on 50Ks though. Why is, okay, so this is not a specific target. This is because, okay, so this is my, I'll show you my higher time frame target. My higher time frame target is, actually, so don't let that confuse you. My higher time frame target, I have to scroll really far back, sorry. Let me make this wider. My higher time frame target is this gap here. Or actually, no. It was going to be this point of liquidity, or since there's a giant wick, since there's a giant wick here and no gap, it'd either be this order block or this gap here. That'd be like my, if it was gonna go, that's where like it's gonna go, you know. This might not go though. By the way, it looks like it. But anyways, that's not the point. The reason why my TFD is like that is just profit target. So it's before that higher time frame. It's just the maximum I can make in a day. So there's not really any big, you know, revolutionary reason. But I wouldn't recommend going for profit targets. The only reason why I'm going for profit targets is because it's before my main, like my actual objective target. So if it's before your objective target, then it's fine, right? Obviously. This does not look like it really wants to go, but we'll have to wait and see.
Plan. Okay, I'm gonna delete this position tool because I already got stopped at break even. %, Aaron. And I get it because I do it too. Sometimes I'll chase a dollar amount too. 100% I understand that. But at the end of the day, the only thing that will give you long-term success, long-term consistency that you're seeking right now, that you want so badly, the only thing that will give you that is if you have a solidified plan that you can follow every single day that you're approaching the market. That's the only thing that can give it to you. Maybe you'll hit a lucky trade here and there, gambling. But at the end of the day, if you gamble, you're building bad habits. You're just going to gamble it away at the end of the day. Right? So until you can tell me the criteria of your trading plan, what is your framework for a trade? What tells you to get into the trade? What tells you to get out of the trade? What tells you to manage your trade? What tells you that your trade's been invalidated? Until you have a solidified trading plan that covers aspects like that, what is your risk management plan?
All right, that's 1L. I'm just gonna wait now. There's nothing to do. I don't see any lower time frame SMTs on the highs. I don't see any 15-minute, not even 1 minute, right? So I'm just gonna wait. Nothing fully visible to me right now. So I'll have to wait. And that's chill. Let's see. So we'll just have to see how this reacts. If it invalidates the 5 minute on the lows, then I would honestly kind of want to stay out of the market. Because I usually base my trades first off of SMTs and then order flow narrative, right? So if I have no SMTs, I mean, you guys get it, right? 1 + 1 = 2 type thing. There is, or just not even a 4 hour. I just hit it. This is respecting like that true market structure shift. We could just be chilling in this range for a little bit. I do think we was. I'm still bullish like on the higher time frame, but I think we could chop for like this could possibly mean we're just staying in the range, chop for a bit, maybe manipulate even lower, and then distribute higher and finish the market make it buy model.
Just to answer your questions and everything. And this is also very important. It's just sitting on your hands. Like, I recognize my model's not here. I'm not going to do anything. I got stopped at break even. I'm lucky I got out today without any paper cuts. One hour change state delivery enough to start looking for shorts for you. It would be like right now it's enough to give me short ideas, but I don't have the SMT that I'm looking for. If we had a 5-minute SMT on the high, if we had a 15-minute SMT on the high, then yes, I could go for that. But as of right now, I don't have that. So yo, Elijah, you still there?
Yeah. I just definitely a couple times to talk.
Oh, okay, sorry, that's my bad, bro.
No, you.
I'd be ranting.
Nah, you good. I just got stopped. It's chill. I did not go stops to break even because it just doesn't make sense for me.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Yeah, I just left it.
See, but here's a great example. Elijah didn't move to break even because he knew it was part of his plan not to do it. For me, it was part of my plan to do it. You see the difference? Like, as long as you have a plan, you follow it, long-term consistency will come. But you just have to stick to one thing. You have to be able to stick to one thing. If you keep hopping around strategies, if you keep looking for new things, it just won't work. Just find 1 or 2 things that resonate with you. Stick with it for a long enough time, and you'll become really good at those 2 things that allow you to become profitable, as long as you have good psychology, that is. Also, risk management. But if I were to list out the importance of the 3 things everyone talks about, I would say risk management is the most important, because risk management is what allows you to actually trade the market and stay alive in the market. 2 would be technical analysis, because technical analysis will allow you to build a plan. And number 3, honestly, I think the least important thing is psychology. And the reason why I say that is because psychology is often just, I want to say it's a discipline issue. It's like, are you following your plan, right? So, but also it's still very important. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it's the least important of the 3. Because once you have a very solid risk management foundation, once you have a very solid trading plan, your psychology will naturally want to gravitate towards being disciplined in your plan. And that's my opinion.
Oh, this is 4 hours, but it closed very bearish.
Yeah, but no matter what, like, I don't have a trade here.
Yeah.
I mean, are you using the same model I'm using?
Right now, yeah. Or like what I'm looking for, yes.
Yeah, okay, so it's basically impossible. It's an early day. I made $3 today.
Oh, damn.
Multiply by 5 accounts, bro.
That's a lot of McChickens.
That's a meal. That's what I'm saying. It's a meal.
That's a lot of McChickens, guys.
Man, I feel so locked in right now. It's the streams. Bring the streams back.
Bro's talking to himself.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel locked in.
Bring the streams back. Yeah, it's nice because
Or maybe
you're like
it's
focused on tape reading and stuff too.
yeah.
That's what it feels like for me.
Instead of playing Brawlhalla and making
And tilting more.
more jokes and yeah, egging each other on. Gamble.
Let me answer this question. Do I think it'll hold price higher? Wait, can you elaborate on BISI? Because I don't think I studied that. Or is that like, what do you mean by that? To be honest, I haven't like learned a lot of separate concepts. I learned like maybe 3 concepts, and I just focused on it. So like if you like were to tell me to explain unicorn model or silver bullet, I want to be able to explain it well. But yeah, if you'd like to elaborate, 5-minute fair value gap below the sell side liquidity on NQ. Like the 630? Is there significance to 630? If you're talking about this gap, I think there's a little bit of significance, but I'm not sure if it'll just hold it up. To keep in mind, there's also Asia opening here, right? So that's what I'm keeping in mind. There's Asia opening, but that is not enough to just like take a trade off of, you know. I believe Asia does give some sort of resistance to hold it up, but it either resists. Sorry, my English is chopping up. It either resists or it completely like displaces through. So if you're in a short, you'd want to see it displace through. If you're looking for longs and wanting some structure to build, you want it to kind of accumulate a little bit and then reject off of it. So that's kind of what I would look for, but I wouldn't put everything on it. You know what I'm saying? I see. Gotcha. Thanks, Jake. So, I think now the best plan of action is, I mean, obviously is to wait, but if one of the assets can take out previous session low, and then form some sort of indicator that's going higher, whether that be fair value gap change in state delivery or however it wants to do it, then yeah. I believe the 5-minute is pretty much invalidated now. Sort of. It's just like the wick here. And this isn't closed yet, but it's about to be all invalidated, so we could see a bit lower prices.
On the model that you shown in one of your videos, named this ICT model got me over 400. I don't really have much. I think all the advice I have, it's like it's already in the videos, but like to simplify everything, just focus on market structure and SMT, which is also market structure / ranges and SMT. Like that's all I use, and that's everything everything I've taught is my model, ranges, SMT, or market structure, SMT. I just ask myself every day when I get to a chart, is price I start from higher time frame. So higher time frame, is price going from inefficiency to liquidity or liquidity to inefficiency? Is price going from liquidity to liquidity? Like those are the two questions I ask myself. Go to the intermediate term time frame, I ask myself the same thing. Okay, my higher time frame is going from going from A to B. So how can I align myself with the intermediate term time frame so that it's moving with the higher time frame? So in reality, I'm trading the intermediate term time frame. So let's say my higher time frame is daily chart. My intermediate term time frame is a 90-minute chart or the 1 hour chart, either one you want to use. Well, in my mind, then for that day, I'm always keeping at the back of my head. I understand, like I'm trading the 90-minute chart right now, even though I'm on the 5-minute chart right now. I know what the
Yeah, for sure, Pamela. I'm pretty sure. He doesn't mean respectively like that. He's not saying that you don't respect other people's concepts at all. So don't worry about that, Pamela. Yeah, for sure. Understanding how the market moves. That's all we strive for. So that's having difficulty displacing through. But I'd want to wait for SMT before anything. Some sort of sweep. So, we'll have to see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Jake meant. Damn, Jake's starting beef already. Jake, chill. I've only been streaming for like a week, man. You gonna the chat beef? I'm playing. I'm playing. No beef, guys. Yeah. We cool. I'm just messing with you guys. Yo, Jake, I think you're good, bro. I need to. I think you're good.
third week of May. My bad. I need something to drink. All right, Elijah, take over. I'm gonna get some water.
All right. I mean, I don't know. I have nothing to say, guys. Similar as before. You and I have pretty similar ideas, but what I was saying on my stream, I kind of just deafened and muted to say it, but I wouldn't be looking for anything until at least one of the assets take out previous session low. That would be ideal. It'd also be below Asia, so if one of the assets take out previous session low with 15-minute SMT, we would want to see either some sort of lower time frame, 5-minute or 1-minute SMT to confirm for an entry, or some sort of change in state delivery paired with the sequential SMT.
I'm back.
So that's pretty much. I'm not sure if Ethan said that, but it's pretty much probably similar idea. If that doesn't show up, then I have nothing.
I assume you're just going over what you're looking for to enter a trade.
Yep.
Okay.
I said I'm hands off until probably at least previous session low is taken on at least one of the assets.
Yo, you know what I found out?
What's up?
Ruth's car, right? Her car was $9,000.
Oh damn, that's such a good deal.
2 years ago. So in 2022, she bought a 2017 Honda Civic for $9,000.
That's actually a snag.
That's actually insane.
Yeah,
I thought it was like 18K. Yeah, I thought it was 18K.
Gyart. What a deal.
Yeah, right. It's actually crazy.
Honestly, 106 are hella expensive nowadays.
I don't know how my dad does it. He always finds these deals, man. His Toyota Corolla was $6,000, and resale value was like $13,000.
You gotta dig it up.
As you said, that model gives around 70 to 80% win rate. First question, how many trades does that model give in a week average? Second question, which would be better trade, Forex or futures? So honestly, it was 70 to 80% win rate, but over the span of like this year so far, my win rate is honestly not that great. Like if I'm being completely transparent with you guys, my win rate is like more so like 40% this year so far. And or just I guess my model's win rate this year so far has been like 40%, but it's been averaging a return of like 4.5R, which is really good. But one thing that is the one thing about my model so far this year is a lot of that average RR, because it's like it's high, but those average RRs come from like winners that run so far this year. So it's like you'll have plus 2R, minus 1R, minus 1R, minus 2R, and plus 4R, minus 2R, minus 1R, plus 3R, plus 4R, minus, and then you use minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and then you get like a plus 0.5R, you get a plus 0.2R, and then a lot of like, it's a lot of dancing around break even. And then you'll just get like one day out of maybe like 2 or 3 days out of the month that give you like 10 to 15R out of nowhere. And that's like what sends the equity curve. So for the most part, it's kind of just been surviving with the model and then just waiting for that one big trade to come in. Yeah, 100%, Aaron. But you know what you can do? Because the market, like, just because you're growing a losing streak doesn't mean you lost it, right? Once again, that struggle you're feeling is just a sign of growth that's happening within you. So, yes, like right now, you feel like you're in a losing streak, and that might be true. But try to shift the perspective a little bit. Instead of being like, oh, I'm really struggling right now. I feel like I've lost it. I can't do it anymore. Instead of thinking like that, be like, okay, right now, yes, I'm going through a lose streak. It sucks. And I know it sucks. But what can I do about it? I'm going to go back to January, February, my journals from January, February. What did I do differently? What was happening here that allowed me to be profitable, allowed me to be unprofitable now? Compare the two. That's why your journals are there. It's very important you do your journal reviews, right? And so you can figure out, like, statistically, what allows you to be profitable. Is it just simply trading beginning at 9 a.m.? Is it simply like waiting for equities open to pass and then trade? Like a statistic like that is very simple to track. It's like, what time did I take the?
Yeah, Jay. I would like to see how it's taken. It seems very like slow and not a fun way for it to be taken, you know? Because if it's gonna be taken, it's like I hope it's some sort of sweep. But if it's not some sort of sweep and it's just chops there, then I also don't have a trade because I'd rather see a sweep. Sweep is the clear indicator to me that's gonna reverse, right? So we'll see.
Sucks to go through this. I'll say that, because I was literally going through a 2 week loss streak in front of a
Not gonna lie,
live
guys.
audience.
I turned him down.
And in my position, I was like, I'm supposed to be teaching people how to trade. How can I go through a 2 week loss streak? And like behind the scenes, you don't see it, but Elijah's like my closest friend. So I'll be ranting to him like, do I even deserve to teach anymore? I can't even get a winning trade. I've been going 2 weeks through a loss streak, like, right? So it happens to all of us. We're all human, but it's just about what we do during times of suffering, times of doubt. Like, what do we do to learn from it, or we can bounce back? Does that make sense? If you want to say anything at all, Elijah, feel free to.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're confident in your system, there's nothing to worry about, right? Um, what I've been using, like what I've shown and proven to myself, like through my, if I go through my calendar, right? I've gone almost 3 weeks of losing, right? And though some of the losses could have been avoided, I will say that. So the statistics are skewed, right? So technically, I shouldn't. Technically, on average, I shouldn't be losing 3 weeks every day in a row, right? But I had that, and I had risk management, and I had that's all I had. All I had was risk management. My patience and things wasn't the best, so that's what kind of led to that. A lot of other small errors like not taking base hits, getting greedy, really getting to the core of the issues, right? But then all you need is 1 or 2 wins, and then you'll slowly build it back up, right? And if you trust in your system, then it shouldn't you shouldn't be losing for too long. If you lose so much where it just blows your account and you're following risk management, then there is something wrong with how you calculate it out, like how much risk you're risking, or maybe your RR you're aiming for, or like how your model presents itself, right? So you'd have to, if it's a technical issue, then thank goodness that's easier thing to fix. But it usually does come down to like greed, pride, impatience. Impatience was a big one for me. Sometimes I'd be taking trades like before equities open, and I tell myself, "Oh, let's wait for equities open," and I still take something, and then it's just stupid, right? So, yeah, I think just if you have a system you trust, then don't worry about it. I'm very confident you'll get out of the drawdown, and yeah, you got it, man.
Alright. No, I'm asking too many questions, but I advice from a true trader. What is your opinion on the MXM Trader's universal model? No, you guys can ask as many questions as you guys want. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm live. If I didn't want to answer questions, I wouldn't be live.
Not taking base hits is probably the most people do wrong. Yeah, I mean, as long as the base hit makes sense. I don't like doing like fixed R, generally, but if it's like a level that is like maybe the first 90-minute cycle high, if you're taking a long or something, then like you could take a partial, take a base hit, and then take stops to break even, and no harm, no foul, right?
To be honest, I feel like general advice like that though, like I get it. Taking base hits, it's good,
Yeah.
right? And you can like, base hit, consistency. But general advice like that is typically not the greatest to just throw around, and here's why. For example, in risk management, people are like, just risk 1% of your account. But what is 1% of your account? If I had $1 million in my trading account, would I still risk $10,000 per trade? Yeah. So let's take that back to base hits.
Yeah.
It really just depends. Like everything in trading is so personalized. What is your situation telling you? What is your trading plan telling you? Base hits, good. But
yeah, for sure.
What if you let that winner run? Right? So you have to think of it that too. Yes, base hits are good, but don't limit your profits just because I want to make 1R today.
I will
just want to
say
consistently make 1R every day.
On that, there is a dangerous thought with that though, with like what if, right? And if you start building what if thoughts, it's not necessarily productive to your psyche. But yeah, I think that's in terms of like fixed R though as well. But like I mean like in terms of objectively,
Like
well, so
objectively,
like
like
the next draw, next closest
yeah,
draw
yeah,
or something like that. Then you can either look to partial or maybe just like I don't know, just keep an eye on it.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for
it
me,
depends.
it's like once again, it's dependent because for me, I'll have a drawn liquidity that I full TP at, but along the way, I trail my stop loss. So it's like whatever the market wants to give me, it'll give me. But that is all based on a plan, right? Something that's repeatable over and over and over and over again. If I realize that my trailing stop keeps stopping me out before, and then my full TP hits after a trailing stops me out, like for sure I'm gonna have to tweak it. But if I don't pay attention to something that's consistent, then I'll never know what is the true cause. To answer your question, by the way, the MXM Traders Universal Model, I don't 100% remember what it is. I only watch his first course. Not sure about his other courses.
Exactly, Jake. What if mindset
His
isn't great?
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Can you please upload the breakdown videos of the trades you took on your YouTube channel? I'll think about it. But for the most part, I kind of do the trade recap inside the live stream anyway, so. But I'll think of other content to post, honestly. I don't want to do like trade recaps and stuff like that because it's just, I don't want to spam my YouTube channel with a bunch of content like that. I rather just leave that for the live streams. So you guys ask me questions as I'm recapping. Whereas Jason, I have no clue.
Yeah, getting rid of that what if mindset is so crucial. And as long as if it's a part of your plan, then that helps you get rid of the what if mindset, right? But to add things to your plan, you have to test it out and see if it fits your style, right? So that's good to hear, Jake. No need to worry if it's what like for me, like earlier today, I didn't go break even, right? Because I'm like, there's like, oh, what if it like brings it down lower? That's kind of a bad mindset. I did sort of say it like that, but at the same time, it's a part of my plan. I've done this so many times, right? So I have no problem keeping my stop where it is and just taking the loss, right? Though I think if I were to psychoanalyze each word I said, I'm pretty sure I said, oh, but what if AMD manipulates a bit lower? But I don't mean it as like, oh, I'm questioning if it will or won't, because it doesn't matter, right? The market will do whatever it wants to do, right? But I'm gonna do that because I've done it so many times, because it's my plan. And with the way I enter, I've also realized that when I did do that, when I might break even early, and then it just like stops me out and then continues going, or like I trail to a bad spot, it gives me like anxiety. It doesn't. It's like so non-consistent. Like sometimes I trail, sometimes I'd go break even a bit earlier. If it's not consistent, then it's not part of my plan, right? So, yeah. Awesome sauce, Jake. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce.
When do you recap it, at the start of the stream or at the? I recap it like pretty much as I'm taking the trade. So it's like, why did I take this? Like right when I took this break even trade, it's like, why did I move to the break even? All that.
Love awesome sauce, law. Yeah, yeah. Who doesn't love awesome sauce? Yeah, and kind of on that as well, on a technical analysis level, what's a base hit? Base hit would probably be like the first draw in liquidity, like closest. So like, let's say you take a trade off of a 5-minute SMT, 5-minute, 1-minute SMT, right? It's technically a part of SMT theory as well. But you take, even if you have equal highs, let's say, like you have equal high, like let's say you're taking a long, right? Even if you have equal highs, so here, I'll do like something like that, right? And then let's say the 5-minute SMT is here, right? 5-minute SMT is here. Let's say you have a 5-minute SMT on the lows here, like that, or a sequential SMT, sorry, right? And then you take a long position, right? Let's say like you go like that, and like boom, and then you're like, but we have equal highs, so I can just shoot, right? I can just shoot for previous day high, or previous month high, or previous session high, right? But instead of doing that, you look at this 5 minute, right? This 5 minute, right? Level up here, this 90-minute cycle high, or you can call it 90-minute cycle high, right? And you either, this, it just depends on your plan, right? So for me, a base hit would be taking a partial there, no matter what. Even if this draw looks so clean, or even if just equal highs, so you're like so confident it's just gonna displace through, right? You just take it, right? So you took it based off of 5-minute SMT, right? Right. And then you're like, oh, okay, I have a setup. This is my setup entry. And then you just take a partial, or you can, whatever your plan is. Sometimes some people do break even. Some people trail to the next order block when it displaces through this or something like that. But taking a base hit would just be taking the next clear draw, taking some sort of partial, or taking profits, right? Even if you have equal highs, right? Yeah. So it's just a way to secure profits, but also like making sure you're objective with it, right? So like you want to secure profits, but you don't want to just like, some people will be like, oh, just 1R, like I'm just gonna do like 1R and secure 1R, but it doesn't make sense to secure 1R, right? Like the price is telling you it's going higher, price is telling you it's gonna go past. It's not even a draw, right? Maybe it's a 1 minute fair value gap that can easily be disrespected, right? So you want to take something that makes sense, and something that makes sense to me is when I'm using quarterly theory to decipher draws. When do you like going break even? I tend to not even go break even at all, to be honest. Sometimes, okay, so when it's like evidently clear, so I don't trail. I've trailed before, but I don't trail as much as Ethan does. But what I do is I pretty much go break even when all opposing SMTs are invalidated. That's pretty much what I do. Sweet, just partials or bust. Partials or bust, right? I don't do partials right now. I used to, and it was nice, but now all I do is, like for me, a base hit is I'm just full out at the first draw, and it's usually like 2-3R, sometimes 4. Like, so I'm like, oh, I don't mind. Like, it's pretty solid. And like usually my higher time frame target is sometimes ambitious. It does reach it eventually, but it can be over a course of a week or 2-3 days, right? But yeah, I stopped doing partials. I'm trying to add on winners. Yeah, I do that sometimes, like add on to winners, but I've kind of slowly taking it out of my plan, just because it just skews with my statistics. But I do understand there's really good strategies for that. Like if there's extra confirmations that is going to your direction, like either like an extra SMT with another asset, or maybe like respecting an order block, inverting an order block, or like just displacement in general and gaps. Then I know some people like to add and then move the risk to where their original entry was, so the risk is about the same. But I just don't like putting my position in a quote unquote like kind of worse position, even if there's extra confirmation. I'm just like not comfortable with that. But I do see that like it's not a bad idea. Just from trading props, there's a losing streak. It just messes me up. Yeah, for sure. It honestly does come down to whatever you're comfortable with. I have added to winners before. I think something for my psych too is it made it so I would leverage more than I should. So I didn't really have an established system to add onto winners, right? So that was the main problem for me. And I just like, I was fine with not doing that. I just want to do fixed dollar risk, not skew with my RR or where my entry is. And yeah, just leave it, right? I need a better system to add. Yeah, it's definitely not a bad idea to have a system to add. I would say, like for me right now, I'm just focusing on fixed dollar risk and pretty much like fixed entry style, right? So that's just my main focus because I'm really trying to hit on to consistency right now. So yeah, I am trying to. So I think last month I was on a pretty big losing streak, and I almost blew my 50Ks. And this because of consistency and risk management, like purely because of that. Because some of my technical analysis was bad that month. I was impatient. It was rough. I was able to bring it back this month, right? So I'm very excited about that. But also at the same time, like how I was able to get there was just doing the same thing over and over again, right? Then take what the market gives. Yeah, exactly. Take what the market gives, for sure. Trade the chart, not your heart. So right now I'm out of drawdown now, thankfully. But I still want to build like a bigger cushion before I start taking payouts. Thank you, Jake. Thank you. Yeah, it was just like a rough time. Like mentally, I knew I was just going through like relationship problems and stuff. So yeah, not the most ideal. You have to be able to recognize that too, right? So yeah, but now I'm climbing back. I'm feeling good. Yeah, because things outside the chart will always affect what you're doing in the chart as well too, right? Yeah, we're humans. We feel emotions, so you just gotta accept it and go with it, you know.
Start small and start compounding, right? It's compounding effect. Like you have a $5,000 account now. You get 2 to 3 trades per week. Let's say you hit 2% per month. Let's say 2% per month. Very achievable in day trading, in my opinion, at least. That's just 1 or 2 winning trades. Then you have $50 or $100 from that withdrawal. So what you can do with that $100 is get a 50K account from TopStep or whatever else, like a 50K account, right? Then you can afford to risk, let's say,
Yeah. Can relate to that. Then I stumbled JCap's interview on how he manages trades and adding position. And I kind of like that, honestly. Yeah. I mean, he has a system that's proven to work. I would say, I mean, I'm sure you've tested it out yourself, but continue to test it out. But I wouldn't be willy-nilly about it, if that makes sense. Like, what that means is, like, I wouldn't be on and off about it, right? So if you're gonna add it to your plan, test it, add it, keep it, and see how it performs at least for 2 or 3 months, right? Don't just, oh, I'm gonna try it today, but not do it tomorrow. Try today and not try to do tomorrow. Inconsistent. It will be, it won't help you really at all, right? So if you're gonna have it in your plan, solidify it in your plan, right? And if you need to adjust, then adjust it, but at least give it some time to see how it performs a bit longer term. What's good, Lords FX? Yo, I missed you, man. Were you in here this morning? You weren't. What's poppin'? Yeah, no worries, man. Well, it's just I've done that myself too many times, and I'm just like speaking from personal experience. Like, you always have like new shiny golden nuggets, right? Like you learn something new and you just want to apply it, and then you learn something else new and you just want to apply it. But that is not a plan, right? That is just you're going like willy nilly. You're just like trying a bunch of random things and you have nothing consistent, right? Risking the same amount of risk on multiple position, it takes discipline to achieve. Yeah, for sure. So something to note while you're also testing it and trying to solidify it in your plan is like, does it fit your style, right? If you don't, like, you have to be honest with yourself. If you don't have the discipline to be able to pull this off, then that's okay. Like build up the discipline first, right? Like, don't be adding to your positions. Just do like your normal position size and just trade normally. And if you can prove to yourself you're consistent and disciplined, then maybe you can start adding that into your plan, right? So it all starts with like really seeing your style, and if you gotta be honest with yourself, right? Like it doesn't hurt anyone else if you're just like, it only hurts yourself, right? If you're gonna ego it out. Yeah, exactly, for sure. Style. Everyone has different styles of trading, right? Like we've had Some people in the Discord are extremely successful at scalping. They're taking like maybe 30 trades in a day. I can't do that. My brain will explode if I took 30 trades in a day. Right? I take 3 and my brain is tired. Like I am tired. um, and obviously I'm aiming for a higher RR. But yeah. See how resistant you are to decision fatigue as well, right? Some people are like, I don't know if it's ADHD or something, but their brains are just firing. I was like, how like, I think sometimes I have that, but it's not every day. I know some people have it like every day, and their just brains are just firing, just taking in information over and over again. I'm like, I can't. I get tired, man. I want to take a nap, you know. I do think it's going to consolidate here for a little bit. We'll have to see. This is a good point for consolidation, and you'd want to see YM and ES like on the higher time frame to be able to invert this true or like was true market structure shift, right, from last week. Right, last week we had a 4-hour sequential S&P into the gap, and you can see how it's respecting, right, like how it dances with and around it, how this rejects below. So just want to see how that goes, at least on the higher time frame plan for at least the rest of this week and next week. To be honest, at this point, even if it takes previous session low, like you guys know the plan. If it takes previous session low, and you guys have like order flow on your side, like look at all this sales like buy side, right? You could take something like maybe 5-minute, 15-minute change in state delivery, a true market structure shift, or if there's a lower time frame confirmation. But me personally, I'm out for the day. I'll be honest, I'm done. I'm good with my loss. I'm tired. I also have somewhere to be actually at like 12, so I do gotta go kind of soon. So. Yeah, 2 p.m. news. Yeah. 2 p.m. news too, yeah, for sure. But that's not something I'm too interested in either. No worries, Kyoshin. Thanks for tuning in, man. I hope to see you again, maybe tomorrow or whenever you can. Pop by, man. I'm always here. You guys know where I'm at. I only take it off if I'm like literally not at a computer. Like if I'm like maybe at a, like even at an airport, I'm pretty sure I can still stream. But like if I'm quite literally not at a computer, or if it's a bank holiday, or just a holiday in general. All right, see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks Jake. Thanks Pamela. Thanks Kyoshim. Thanks Lord FX. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Thanks Io. Thanks everyone. Thanks Reg. Take care everyone. Peace.